started. So today I'm going to talk about engineering in real life. So it's not going to be technical. I'm not a tech guru, and then I think most of the tech stuff that you need to know probably is there in the Google. Is just one type away. You can find it even better. Today I'm gonna share my view based on my experience so far. Leading a team, small team, big team. So yes, so this is me, Daniel Armanto. I'm currently the CTO of Investree. So Investree is a fintech lending platform. So it's for a small to medium business to apply a loan, and then after that, after we screen the loan, and then we approve the loan, we put it on a marketplace, and then the lender or the retail lender can start to fund the loan. So just to reiterate, so this is my journey. So I start my career, after I finished my study in US, and then I went back to Indonesia, started a company with my friend called Sky Indonesia, and then this company is the one who launched Coprol, and then which eventually get bought by Yahoo, hence the name Yahoo Coprol. And then after that, I was co-founded ICEHOUSE there, and then I think briefly there with in a year or I think less than a year, and then I think briefly with Mr. Ratmer also, and then I started my own company called Adscom. It's a ad tech company. I think I'm there for 2 years before I went to Ticket. Well, before Ticket, I was briefly helping this company, Happy Five, HR tech company. And then I'm finally here at Investree. So let's get started. So let me start by telling a story. Once upon a modern time, or far away, galaxy, long time ago, far away, galaxy far away. So there's a hotshot kid, maybe call let's call him Peter. He's from a hotshot university. He knows a lot of tech stuff because he read a lot of text thing in the internet, and then he has done a lot of things here and there, mini projects. And then comes a veteran businessman. Let's call him Elon. Hey, and then, hey Peter, let's create a startup. I need you to help me on the tech side. Build me a system, that can do this and that. Okay, Peter said, okay, let's do it with this tech. Let's do it. Let's use microservice. Let's implement our microservice. And then let's throw it on the container using Kubernetes. And then for the language, I'm going to use Rust because Rust is very powerful, and then it's very fast. And then we're gonna use GraphQL and Kafka for for the asynchronous thing. So what's wrong with this? So I think this is it's like killing a mosquito with a bazooka or cannon. I think it's overkill. It's overkill. So it's overkill. It's over engineering, and I would say it's not cool at all. Because why? Because there is no silver bullet for everything. Microservice, yes. Many established company, or maybe a company that has already scaling issue and has a lot of traffic, they went to microservice. But again, for a startup, if you just start the business, I think microservice is overkill, over engineer. So that's why everything needs to be based on the situation, on the needs also, and then the resource as well. Do we need a lot of resource? Do do we have a lot of fun? Because running a microservice can can have a very high cost overhead. So my advice, new startup, do not go to microservice architecture unless you're 100% that you'll have a scaling problem right away, which I'm also certain 100% that you will not have that scaling issue yet. You will have a lot of problem, more towards like a business problem, more towards like proving the product is proven, delivering the solution fast. So my suggestion is start simple. I suggest start with the at least back end, front end pattern. So in the future you can migrate it easily. And then, do not reinvent the wheel. Just use, whatever already out there. So use whatever is already proven, battle-proven solutions. So for example, for monitoring, probably, you can build your own monitoring. You can build your own monitoring, but there's a lot of open source solution out there. There's already a lot of paid service out there that they can use. Because why? Because again, your small team should be focused on tackling the business issue. I'm not saying that monitoring is not helping the business issue, but delivering a working software, working product is more important. Why why spend or burn your resource to do something that is already out there? Okay, so I think what's causing that is HDD. Do you know what's HDD? I'll let you guess for a while. So no, it's not hard disk. So it's a hype-driven development. So Peter chose the tech stack or whatever technology I mentioned above or before because it's popular, because everybody is doing it, everybody is using it. Like I said, don't go that route. So choose the technology or whatever the solution or whatever steps that you make be based on the needs, based on the resource, not based on the popularity. Well, because everybody is using Golang or everybody is transforming to Rust, we should use Golang or Rust. No, again, if you think that you and your team is capable of doing that, go ahead. But if not, don't do it. It will be waste of time, waste of resource, because there's going to be a overhead. There's going to be a learning curve. So again, you're not helping the business. Your goal is to help the business. So okay, let's say you already choose the technology based on your needs, based on the resource. Then how to how to do it? How to make sure that your day-to-day operation or is working as expected? I think let's do it agile way, where if you see here, it's a cycle, right? So first you get a requirements, a design, and then you design it, you develop it, you test it, and then you deploy it, and then you review it. It's gonna be do it repeatedly over and over again. And then the keyword is agile, and then do it in small chunk. Don't do it in a waterfall way where you gather the requirements now, and then you create a lot of design, and then 6 months later you deliver the solution. Most of the time, the requirement change, and then the problem is probably already changed also, and then whatever you design with already, whatever you develop for 6 months is going to waste, or maybe it's not suitable anymore. When I talk about agile, I'm not talk about use Scrum, or probably most of you already know Scrum. No. it's not that when you choose using, running your process using Scrum, everything will be okay. No, Scrum is not a silver bullet, but rather you need to understand this Agile manifesto. So you need to emphasize the individual and interaction over process and tools. I'm not saying that screw the process. Don't. I think screw process is important. You need to have a proper process, but in terms of there's something wrong, there's something something wrong, or needs to be discussed. Discuss it. Don't get what do you call it? Terpaku on the process. And then the second manifesto is working software over comprehensive documentation. Again, probably this is the case where you go to the routes of using waterfall, where everything is documented properly and then everything is logged. Again, I'm not saying that you shouldn't get the requirements or most of the requirements before you start the project. Yes, you should gather that, but you need to be able to adapt when there's change. You need to adapt, and then the goal is to ship a working software. And then this is related to the next point, is customer collaboration as well. Again, if you do it in agile way, if you chunk it into sprints, so you can deliver bits by bits and then show it to your customer, show it to your stakeholder, make sure everything is in line. Therefore, you can have quick feedback, and then you can adjust your course if something went wrong. And then also the last thing is responding to change, overhauling plan. Let's say, okay, you need to build a solution to tackle A, but over the time, that problem is already not relevant anymore. You need to change. If you need to change, then you need to change. Then my point is, be agile, be adaptive, and then you need to evolve over the time. I think one of the example that we have, I think this is during my year in ICEHOUSE. I remember that we have a tight deadline. We need to deliver this. I forgot the name. The Star Trek apps. Probably Ratmer remember this. Star Trek apps that needs to be delivered in the month of February during the Super Bowl. I think we already worked on this for 2 or 3 months, and then I think 1 or 2 months before it launched, we present this to the, I forgot his name, the director of Star Trek, and then, well, I don't want this app to be my apps. I want it to be changed. So, wow, we did an overhaul, and then luckily we still have time because we managed to do it on time, and then we can somewhat our code is good enough to be refactor. So it's not total overhaul. So that's responding to change. So in summary, be agile is always evolve and improve. For example, at Investree, so every week, every sprint, every month, we try to improve a lot of things. We try to improve the process. We try to improve the deployment process and what's wrong. And then if there's a bug, we do a lot of postmortem effort. We do a lot of postmortem study, and then we share it to the team as well. So because why? Because we need to learn from our mistake. We need to know what's not working, and then we need to avoid it in the future, and then we need to be efficient, and then we need to deliver quality, right? So that's why we need to do a lot of do and study a lot of postmortem. I have a experience, so I think in my previous company, when I joined, there's already a dedicated team to fix the bug, which, in my opinion, is very wrong move. I think it's a drawback. Because why? Because then you're gonna have team A who developing or delivering the product and the solution, and then you have another team, let's call it team B, who fixing the bugs. The problem is team A never learns what's their problem, and then they're gonna have an attitude where, okay, I'm gonna ship or deliver the solution as fast as I can. Don't worry, there's safety net. There's team B who will fix my bug, who will wipe my ass. And then on the other hand, team B, most of the time they don't know what's going on. What the hell is this code for? What the hell team A is doing? And then most of the time also, how come this bug is repeated again? I fixed this and there's another bug. There's the same exact bug. You see what's going on. So team A doesn't care and they never learn. Team B is always fixing the same thing because team A never learns. So I know probably from the management side, oh, okay, yes, we have a dedicated team to fix the bug. So the team A can concentrate on delivering the solution. No, it sounded good, but in the long run, it's bad. It's very, very bad. Don't do it. Okay. Now that you choose the technology stack, now you run agile way, so you can deliver the solution fast. Now you need to have a lot of monitoring. Why? Because it's important to know whether your system is working as expected. So put as much as monitoring as you need. Put a lot of alerts, but you need to honor it as well. Meaning, if there's problem, you need to open the alert and then see the real problem, the problem, and find the problem. Don't just put the alerts to clock your emails, to bombard your SMS, to bombard your Slack. No, you need to see, you need to study the alerts and then see what's going on. You need to acknowledge the alert, and then you need to fix the problem right away. And then you need to eliminate the false alert as well. This is very, very important. Because why? If you set the alert and then it's a false alert, maybe the threshold is too high, maybe the threshold is too low, or probably, oh, this is something that expected. It shouldn't be an error. It should be probably people trying to log in but fail, but somewhat it get caught by your monitoring system as an error. Then you need to fix it. You need to eliminate that, and you need to what do you call it? You need to put it away, or you need to turn off that alerts. Because why? If you have tons of false alert, you will somewhat ignoring the alerts. Oh, no, that's not an alert. That's not an error. That's something that expected. Before you know it, you will have a real problem, and then you think that's the expected problem, and then your system will be down, and then the company will losing business, million or billions of rupiah. That's not good. That's not good at all. So let me share you my experience. So I think this is from my previous company. So I remember was my second or third day, and then I was busy doing a lot of stuff at my desk, getting to know the system, getting to know the team, and then my boss came to my desk. Hey, do you know that the system is down? I said, what? Okay, let me check. Okay, turns out it's down. And then I asked the team, well, we don't have the proper monitoring yet. So that's why we don't know if there's a problem. Usually, if the business team or the customer uh, call the customer service, then we know there's a problem. I think it's bad. As a tech team, you need to know if there's going to be a problem, if there's a problem, and if there's going to be a problem. So that's why you need to have a lot of monitoring. So uh, if your system is going as expected, if your system going to have a problem. So think of it like a dashboard in your car. You know how fast you're driving. You know if the fuel is about to run out. So you have a lot of data to be to be digest and then to be calculated. Okay, and this is some final reminders. So as a company, as a startup, as a tech company, well, however you call it, it's a company, right? And then the company goal is to gain or get as much as profit as possible, right? And we, as the tech team, is the goal is to support the company, right? We need to deliver or implement the solution in a tech way to help the business grow and profit. Not be as tech as possible, but ignoring the business. You see the difference here? So yes, as a tech team, as a tech organization, yeah, you need to help the business. So for example, we have a lot of application that needs a legal documentation from the ID card and the tax ID card or whatever. Well, we can build OCR to help the the operation people to to verify whether the customer submit the right documentation or not. As compared to, for example, hey, let's create a login system that use voice recognition. Let's assume that it's something that your team is capable doing it, but it will take 3 months and then half of the resource. Do you think it's a good idea? Maybe from the tech standpoint of view, well, yes, you create something very cool. Probably nobody has done it before, but from the business point of view, it's rubbish. I mean, what do I get? I mean, my my operation team still struggling, verifying the documents because they still need to eyeballing the ID card and whatnot, So that's why I put it here. We need to implement the solution in tech way to help the business, not the other way around. Okay, the last one is for you developer out there, especially the junior one. So glory hunter, that's what I call it, glory hunter. It's for people who what do you call it, lompat to other company or jump ship just because the other company is offering you increase, and somewhat the magical number is 30% increase. So often when I, interview some candidate, sometimes I ask, so what do you expect from your salary? Well, 30% increase, sir. Why? I don't know, because everybody wants 30% increase. Like, okay, so it's like a magic number. Okay, so back to the story. So let's say this hotshot kid, not named again Peter, get offered by a new startup company. Wait, let's join our company. I'll offer you a 30% increase. Okay, well, I know it's hard to to refuse, right? It's the offer that good to be true. Okay, so Peter went to the next company, and then in no time, probably 2 or 3 months, there's a new startup, another company, not a new startup with a fresh fund, and then again, Peter get hijacked again, 30% increase. Peter said, well, why not? And then before Peter's know it, he already went to or jump ship to multiple company, probably in 5 to 6 company in 2 years, and then probably his salary already above the roof, 300% or 200% what he makes during his junior year. Let me tell you, the problem is, along with your salary increase, your lifestyle will goes up as well. You will buy cars, probably buy a house, and then every month you will have pay the car installment and then the house installment. Yes, you can afford it with your current salary, with your current bump up salary. But what if the startup that paying you 30% or 100% increase collapse? You will be jobless, right? You'll be jobless. And then your first instinct, okay, let's find a job that can pay me with my current salary. That's when the real problem happen, because in reality, your salary is way up here, but your skill is still below there. No company will pay you your current salary. And then you're screwed, because why? You have car and house installment that you need to pay. You have lifestyles that already beyond your imagination. So again, remember, if you get offered by a new startup, think twice. Maybe it's good to be true, but maybe if you've done it for once or twice, it's good. But if you've done it multiple times over the span of 1 or 2 years, then you need to think twice. Is the new startup company will sustain? Am I worth that much? Yeah, you need to be very, very careful. Okay, I think that's about it. Maybe we can go into the Q&A section.